Hello, Honors Algebra students. This is Miss Eubank again, and I still don't have an intro, so how about whoever comes up with a good intro and closing for me, I'll get them some kind of treat or something, whatever, candy or chocolate or something, because I really need an intro. Okay, so today we are going to, at the end of this video and after class, you should be able to use the quadratic formula, the entire formula, to find the roots or zeros of a quadratic equation. Now remember, I talked about in class that roots and zeros mean the same thing. So if a question asks you to find roots, or if a question asks you to find zeros, it means the exact same thing. So we are going to use the quadratic formula. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root, some of you were forgetting that square root, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we're going to use this formula to find the roots. Just like we did when we first started graphing and how we factored. Factoring, when we get an x equals, that is also the roots. So we're just using different ways to find the roots of an equation. So if we have an equation here, see, you can't really, it would be harder to factor this one. So instead, we're going to use this quadratic formula. So first we're going to find our A, B, and C. And you guys are doing a really good job in class of this. So our A is 3, our B is 2, and our C is negative 4. Okay, and we're just going to plug these numbers into the quadratic formula. So x equals negative 2 plus or minus the square root of b, oops, forgot to put my number in there. Let's rewrite this, square root 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 4 all over, let's extend this, all over 2 times 3. Okay, so I'm not going to evaluate this entire thing, but I will break it down to negative 2 plus the square root of 52 over 6. So this 52 is the 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 4. So that's all of this evaluates to 52. Okay, and so this is plus, so we use this plus here. Well, now we have to do a minus. So we go over here and we do negative 2 minus the square root of 52 over 6. Okay, when we evaluate this, we get 0, well, let's put x equals 0.87, and over here we get x equals negative 1.54, and these are our roots. Okay? Now, if we use the discriminant like we did a couple days ago in class, we would find that we would have two solutions, because here we have two solutions for our zeros. All right, let's try this again. So for this example, we have A equals 1, B equals -3, and C equals -28. All right, we're going to plug our numbers in. X equals -b. Well, since we already have a -b, it's going to be +3. So we're going to have +3 plus or minus the square root of -3 squared minus 4 times 1 times -28 all over 2. Well, it's supposed to be 2a. We'll put our 1 there. Okay. So when we split it, when we evaluate what's under the square, or the square root sign, we get 3 plus the square root of 121 over 2 and 3 minus the square root of 121 over 2. This is, keep our x here, x equals, and x equals. So then we get x equals -4 and x equals 7. So -4 and 7 are our roots. And let's just do this real quick. So if we were to find our discriminant, we would have -3 squared minus 4 times 1 times -28. When we evaluate this, we get a positive 121. 121 is greater than 0, which means we have 2 solutions. So we know we didn't make a mistake anywhere, because here we did get 2 solutions. Okay, let's try one more example. All right, so we have A equals 2, B equals -9, and C equals 5. All right, we're going to plug it into our quadratic formula. -b, well, since we already have a -b, it's going to become positive. So 9 plus or minus square root -9 squared minus 4 times 2 times 5 all over 2a. So 2 times 2. All right, after we evaluate what's under the square root sign, we get 9 plus square root of 41 over 4. Can't forget our x. And we get 9 minus the square root of 41 over 4. So here we get x equals 3.85 and x equals 0.65. Don't forget, these are our roots. So if we were to plot these points, point would be, here, let me write it down. Point would be 3.850, and this point would be 0.650. These are our roots. Okay, so just a little recap. We are still finding roots. We're just using the quadratic equation for quadratic equations that are hard to factor, or we don't remember how to factor. So we can use this quadratic equation to plug in. We're going to plug in our coefficients and find the roots. So that's all for today. Have a great day, and I'll see you in class.